Hey, 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 happy Saturday. How are you guys? I'm in a different time zone, folks, so I probably am getting on here a little later than I usually am. And if you've noticed, I haven't posted a whole lot on Facebook today because we have literally been off the grid all day. So it's felt pretty good too, not gonna lie. Guys, if you're getting on here with me live, if you can see a red live up in that corner, that means you're catching me live. I'm just going to talk about a few things today with self-care, filling your bucket, and doing you. So if you're live, drop live in the comments. If you're catching that and it says was live, that just means you're catching the replay. That's great too. Type replay in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. I am actually in the 303 area code today in Colorado. We came out for a celebration of life out here. Hi, Marlis, how are you? And got up this morning and brought a couple of the granddaughters along with me. They'd never been out here. One of them had been, but I think she was about 2, so she doesn't really remember it. Hey, Christine, how are you? So we were headed up into the mountains. They actually had this celebration of life at a park up in the mountains, so it was pretty cool. And we headed out, stopped at Red Rocks. If any of you have ever been in the Denver area and you know anything about Red Rocks, it's a great place to visit. The girls really enjoyed it. We were glad we stopped this morning because there was a concert there tonight, so we needed to stop there this morning. And those silly girls ran from the top all the way down to the stage. Now, I don't know, like I said, if you've ever been to Red Rocks outside of Denver, it's a long ways down there from the top to the stage. And it always intrigues me to go out there. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Jeanette. Crystal, how are ya? It intrigues me to go out there because there's always workout people go out there. I mean, it's a great place to go get a workout. Lots of people were coming out already when we got there. Yoga classes, different things. It looked like a bunch of high school kids out there running the stairs, doing push-ups on the steps and all this kind of stuff. Hi, Lisa. So it's always interesting to go out there, and it amazes me. I probably couldn't do it, but the girls did run down to the stage and then turned around and ran back up. And they're looking at me like, Grandma. But that was pretty cool. And then we got up into the mountains. We were up in I don't remember the name of the park, up in the Pine Lake area, Pine something or other up in there, Pine Junction and down in there. And I'm not kidding you guys, it's beautiful drive, twisty, windy down in there. And once we got there, and I'll post some pictures and some videos, folks. It was so beautiful. Big old, I think it was the Platte River, wasn't it, girls? Was that the Platte River? Just a little tributary to the Platte River that was running beside us, which is really cool because us in Nebraska, we have the Platte that runs the full length of Nebraska. And I think this was with like one of the forks or the tributaries that goes into the Platte River out of the mountains in the Rockies. So it's really cool because like when we leave home to drive to Denver, we follow the Platte River almost the whole way on I-80 out across Nebraska. So it's pretty cool. Beautiful sunshine coming in here, kind of acts. That's my son. Would you tell Grandpa Grant's trying to call me? You getting called Grant. So anyway, we got up in there and the phone said SOS. So we were out of service up there. Hi, Melissa. I am good. How are you? Thanks for asking. We were out of service, but guys, we got up there a little after 10. We didn't leave until around 3. It was beautiful. Just such a great time to be with family, taking in nature. If you guys follow me at all, you know I love nature. I love being out there. Being able to, some of them were taking their shoes off, getting in the stream, and just it's so beautiful. The crystal clear water running down through there, and just gorgeous. And when the phone was in SOS, you know what? You put it in your pocket, you laid it in the car, you did whatever, and you filled your bucket. And that is exactly what I did today. And I wanted to talk about this because too many times in life, we let life get in the way. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. And we just, life has a tendency to not slow down. And it really came kind of full circle today. Hi, Ann. I am good. Because we were talking, some of the family and stuff like that had gone to a place up in the mountains called Tiny Town. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever been out in this Denver area, up into the mountains to Tiny Town. But I remember going there as a kid. I don't know that I've been back there since I had kids. So it was kind of cool to take the granddaughters there today. And there again, no service. You're in some of these mountain passes and some of these areas where there's no service. We took a lot of pictures. But just to be able to sit there and think, you know, when I was a kid, their age, going to these places, we didn't have this crazy phone that we even worried about. We got lost once today, and because we had no reception, we couldn't even pull up a GPS. So we had to stop and ask directions. And I'm thinking to myself, if we'd have just had a paper map like we used to travel with, we could have gotten where we needed to go without stopping to ask. What?
The Platte River goes through Bailey and
Yeah. Okay. My granddaughter's correct, telling me, yes, it was the Platte. It's warm here in Denver. It's warm up there, but I think it's cooler up there than down here. Let's put it that way. It wasn't too bad. Let's put it that way. When the sun was shining, it was hot, but we had some partially cloudy skies. And if you just walk down by the river, I think that's mountain fed snow melt coming down through there. And just to walk down to the water's edge, the temperature probably dropped 10 degrees just to walk out there. So it was pretty cool. Hey, Sherry, how are ya? So, that's kind of what I was kind of thinking about is, we live in such an age now where it's instant gratification. Everybody wants instant gratification. And even me, I know I've gotten so used to grab the phone, look at it, do whatever. Sometimes we're in a place, even out to dinner or something like that. And rather than talking to the people around the table, everybody's sitting there on their phones or something crazy like that. And, it just was kind of nice that, because nobody had reception. Everybody was like in SOS. Hey, hi, Debbie. I'm sorry, Sherry. I hope you get to feeling better. Lisa, how are ya? So like I said, it's nice to actually be able to go someplace like that where you are off the grid and you're talking to people, you're communicating. And I love that. I love the fact that, we sit there, we could have a conversation. You didn't have to worry about your phone ringing, different things like that. Now, like I said, because I didn't have a paper map, the fact that we couldn't get any reception to figure out where we were going when we were leaving. I don't understand that, because we had GPS pulled up to get us up there. But when we tried to get out, we couldn't pull it up and GPS wouldn't work anymore. So I don't know. We stopped, like I said, asked directions. We were going the wrong direction. So we turned around and went back the other way. And then it all made sense. So it was pretty cool. But hey, our vacation is going fast and furious. We're going to get up early in the morning. It's supposed to be really hot. I think the heat index back home is atrocious right now. And so we're going to try and travel as much as we can early in the morning. And hey, Barb, thanks for saying hi. Try to get up early in the morning, get as many hours under our belt while it's still fairly cool. And just whatever. But it's been great. I'm not going to lie. I love the fact that the granddaughters decided at the last minute to come along with us. Tiny town might be for younger kids, but they enjoyed it. We enjoyed it. Got a lot of steps in, all that kind of stuff. So it was nice. Hey, Irma, thanks for sharing. And it's just been a great time. You get in the car, you ride together, you bring up conversations. We've got a great little Airbnb we've been staying at. The kids have just really, I hope they've enjoyed it. Kimberly, have you enjoyed it? No, she says no, she hasn't, as she giggles away. But I think it's always great for this younger generation to be able to meet some of the people, some of the other cousins. I think sometimes we lose track of our families as we start to grow apart or things like that. So it's a great thing, I feel like, to get them and bring them along.
I'll never forget it.
And not only that, we got some great pictures with them. Just having a great time. They got into the houses in Tiny Town, and you get those pictures, and you'll always have those to treasure. So, hey, Lee, how are you? Hi, Susie. Thank you very much. But now we're back at the house, just kind of hanging out here. Yes, create memories. You got that right, Irma. Hi, Marcia. Julie, how are you guys? So, like I said, this was a much needed weekend. School's going to be starting soon back home. The kids are going to be back into school. Routine begins back again. And we're going to fly home tomorrow. And not fly. We're going to drive home tomorrow, but I'd like to fly. But we didn't. So anyway, we're going to get home tomorrow safely and enjoy the memories we made and be thankful that we got to come out and celebrate some memories with a lot of other people too. So guys, that's kind of all I have. We've done really good so far. I'm sitting out here eating my donkey dessert from Chalk Zero. We packed a lot of these. Hi, Debbie. Hey, Mary. We packed a lot of snacks for Dave and I, things like this, so that we can have our fun and the kids can eat their junk. So don't give me that look. It's not junk, she says. So anyway, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I know I'm not giving a whole ton of value tonight, guys, but I'm telling you what. I can't stress enough taking the time for yourself. Excuse me. And filling your own bucket once in a while. Putting the phone down. Enjoying the time with the family, because life goes way too fast if you don't. And you miss too much. So, like I said, I'm thankful that we brought these two along with us. I wish we could have brought more, but they weren't home. They're off doing their own things too. So they're making their own memories. But anyway, yes, Crystal, they are good. You're welcome, Julie. I appreciate that. So anyway, guys, I hope you have a great rest of your evening. Enjoy it. And I'm going to have to get out of this room because that heat's coming in there and it's warming up just a little bit up here now. So enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I hope you have had a great weekend so far, and enjoy it. And we will talk to y'all later. Hopefully tomorrow I'll have something a little bit more exciting, but I will be posting pictures too from our day as soon as I get a chance to organize them. So keep an eye out on it if you want to see some pictures from beautiful mountains, the Rocky Mountains of Colorado. I got quite a few, so I'll be sharing those soon. So enjoy your evening, guys. I hope it's fantastic, and we'll chat with y'all later. Remember, smile, pass that smile on. We'll chat later, guys. Bye.